Good morning, students. Today we are going to deal with the topic. It is a new act, the Sale of Goods Act 1930. So we have to study, we have to deal with the Sale of Goods Act. In Marathi we can say that माल विक्री करार कायदा. म्हणजे आतापर्यंत आपण करार म्हणजे काय पाहिलं, कराराची व्याख्या पाहिली, कराराचे आवश्यक घटक पाहिले, कराराचे निर्मितीपासून ते कराराच्या एंडपर्यंत समाप्तीपर्यंतचे सर्व घटक आपण अभ्यासले, तपासले. आता आपल्याला हे नवीन 3 नंबरचं युनिट सुरू करायचं आहे. फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ऑफ सेल. सेल म्हणजे विक्री आणि विक्रीचा करार. एखादी वस्तू विक्री करत असताना तुम्ही करार करताय, म्हणजे विक्रीच्या ह्या फॅक्टरसाठी, या घटकासाठी करार आवश्यक आहे. त्यामुळे तुम्हाला जो करार ॲक्ट, तो करार कायदा, या गोष्टी मी तुम्हाला शिकवल्या, सांगितल्या. त्याच्या जे जनरल प्रिन्सिपल्स आहेत, त्याचे जे आवश्यक घटक आहेत, त्याची जी व्याख्या आहे, ती इथं सुद्धा लागू आहे. फक्त कराराचं जे स्वरूप असतं ते भिन्न असतं. मग कोणी गाडी खरेदी करेल, कोण घर खरेदी करेल, कोण एखादं व्हेजिटेबल्स, फिश किंवा क्रॉप्स असे काहीही खरेदी करेल. किंवा तुम्ही एखाद्या दुकानात गेला, काहीही मर्चंडाईज, ज्याला कुठलंही विक्री करण्यायोग्य अशी वस्तू असते, ती खरेदी करायला एखाद्या दुकानात गेला की तिथं तुम्हाला करार करावा लागतो. आता प्रत्येक वेळी तुम्ही करार तो लेखी स्वरूपात करत नाही. तुम्ही बसमध्ये बसला, तो करारच असतो. तुम्ही दूध घेताय, दूधवाल्या भैयाकडून किंवा जो कोणी तुम्हाला पिशवी दुधाची देतो त्याच्याकडून, किंवा दुकानात जाऊन घेताय, तो सुद्धा करारच असतो. फक्त सेल ऑफ गुड्समध्ये ते येतं. फक्त इथं काय आहे की तो लेखी स्वरूपात आपण प्रत्येक वेळी करत नाही. तो त्याला असं म्हटलं जातं इम्प्लाइड कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट, अव्यक्त करार. व्यक्त करार आणि अव्यक्त करार असे कराराचे 2 प्रकार आहेत, जे तुम्हाला मी आधी शिकवलेले आहेत. आता त्याचाच एक भाग आता आपल्याला हा नवीन ॲक्ट पाहायचा आहे, तो म्हणजे फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ऑफ अ सेल, सेल ऑफ गुड्स ॲक्ट. त्याच्यामध्ये सर्वात प्रथम आपल्याला सेल म्हणजे काय, कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ऑफ सेल म्हणजे काय, हाऊ इट इज टू बी formulated, that is to be seen, that is to be studied. So let us discuss the introduction of the topic. The Sale of Goods Act 1930 is one of the most important commercial laws, the law relating to the sale of goods or movables in India. Now there is a difference between movable property and immovable property. Movable property consists of goods, the property that can be moved by from one place to another is called movable. So we have to deal with the movable property only. So sale of goods or movables in India, and that is to be contained in this act. Before passing this enactment, the law relating to sale of goods was a part of the Indian Contract Act 1872. But these provisions relating to sale of goods in the Contract Act were found inadequate, and then this act was passed with the main object of making the provisions more clear and comprehensive. Now the contracts regarding the sale of goods are subject to the general legal principles applicable to all contracts. The general provisions of the Indian Contract Act, already I have told you, continue to apply to all the contracts, and it also applies to sale of goods also. A contract of sale, however, has some special features which are not common to all the contracts. So the contractual terms and conditions which can be applied to the sale of goods. But sale of goods also has some more special features. The Sale of Goods Act is mainly based on the English Act and incorporates many of the provisions except those which aren't suitable to our country, India. So let us discuss first of all the definition of a contract of sale. So according to section 4 of the Sale of Goods Act, a contract of sale is a contract whereby the seller transfers or agrees to transfer the property in the goods to the buyer for a price. A contract of a sale may be absolute or conditional. A simple definition it is, according to section 4, a contract whereby the seller transfers or agrees to transfer the property in the goods to the buyer for a price. जिथे असा करार, कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ऑफ सेल म्हणजे असा करार की जिथे सेलर जो आहे, विक्रेता जो आहे, जो बायरला एखादी प्रॉपर्टी, जी माल स्वरूपातील प्रॉपर्टी आहे, गुड्स आहे, ती विक्री करतो, ट्रान्सफर करतो, किंवा विक्री ट्रान्सफर करण्याचं करण्यास सहमती दर्शवतो किंवा ठरवतो, तसा ठराव करतो. एक अशा ठरावास किंवा अशा ॲक्च्युअल ट्रान्सफर करणाऱ्या कृतीस काय म्हटलं जातं? कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ऑफ सेल म्हटलं जातं. आणि तसं कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ऑफ सेल हे त्या प्राईससाठी केलं पाहिजे, त्या मूल्यासाठी केलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे जेव्हा एखादा सेलर बायरला एखादी प्रॉपर्टी जी मुव्हेबल स्वरूपाची आहे ती ट्रान्सफर करतो किंवा ट्रान्सफर करण्यास सहमती करतो, दर्शवतो किंवा ॲग्री होतो किंवा ठराव करतो, तर अशा प्रकारच्या ट्रान्सफर केलेल्या कृतीस किंवा ट्रान्सफर करण्याच्या ठराव होणाऱ्या कृतीस, पैशासाठी केलेल्या अशा कृतीस काय म्हटलं जातं? कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ऑफ सेल म्हटलं जातं. सो द टर्म ऑफ contract of sale may be absolute or conditional. So it can be conditional also or without condition also. So the term contract of sale comprises two terms, two things. One is a sale and second is agreement to sale. Keep in mind always that there is a sale. In transfer means sales. When you actually property, when you will transfer, when there is a actual money received from that other party by you, and thereafter you will deliver that property. So it would be called a contract of sale. And when you agree to sell in future, now you are agreeing. You want to deliver the books, deliver the property in future, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or after a month. But you are contracting now, right now. You are making an agreement right now. So this is called agreement to sale. That is going to happen in future. And contract of sale happens right now, at this moment. Suppose I want to sell my pen to you, and right now I take money 5 rupees from you and I deliver my pen to you. This is a contract of sale. It is happened at the right moment, now, recent time. At the moment when you deliver the property, you take money. This is called a contract of sale. But what about the future contract? Suppose I want to deliver 100 pen box to you, but not right now. I'm taking just money advance from you, but I'm going to deliver that 100 pens tomorrow or day after tomorrow. This is not a contract of sale, but it is an agreement to sell. This is the difference between agreement to sell and contract of sale. Already I have already I have differentiated the definition of contract and definition of agreement. So there is a difference between agreement and contract. Agreement is the prior step of a contract. So where under a contract of sale, the property in the goods is transferred from the seller to the buyer immediately. It is a sale. But where the transfer of property in the goods is to take place at a future time or subject to some conditions fulfilled thereafter, the contract is called an agreement to sell. An agreement to sell becomes sale when the time lapses or conditions are fulfilled. Suppose when agreement to sell these pens will become a contract of sale after day after tomorrow, when I will hand over 100 pens to you and remaining money I will take from you, whatever the whole amount or whatever the remaining amount. If you paid already advanced amount, then remaining amount you have to pay at the time of the delivering of the pen of 100 pen box, day after tomorrow or tomorrow. So this is a future contract. It is called an agreement to sell. But when day after tomorrow will come, approach, and when on that day I deliver the 100 pens to you, then that time that agreement to sale is converted into a contract of sale. For example, if I sell 50 bags of cement to Mr. B for a sum of rupees 10,000, it is a sale since the ownership of 50 bags of cement has been transferred to B by me. Second example, it is a contract of sale. Now second example, it is of a agreement to sale. I agree with Mr. B on today on 5th of January 2020 that I will sell Mr. B my scooter for rupees 20,000 after 1 month.